Hey guys, it's Goach here and welcome to episode 2 of the Foot Champions My Journey series that I have brought back onto the channel. Thank you for the support on the first episode. Obviously I haven't uploaded for over a year, so it really does mean a lot for you guys. To be putting this, or like leaving the support on the video that you did. But in this episode we are going to be doing the fourth and final weekend of the month for Foot Champions. I need 20 wins to make it into Elite 3 for the month. So hopefully we can do that. That'll be the main aim. Next episode, I know we've only just got into this episode, but next episode should include my weekly and monthly rewards, and it will also include the last few games of this week's Foot Champions, because I'll explain why later on in the episode. But as you can see from the gameplay, basically how I've done it, I've tried to include most of the Foot Champions into this one video, which means that I haven't recorded every game. I believe the first 3 games you're going to see are the first 3 games out of the 10, and you'll see like overall how many wins I got in the first 10 games, etc. But how I've done it, if you guys like it that way, make sure to leave in the comments that you want me to keep it the same. But if you want me to do it like people like Marshall and Bates and do it where they show 10 games per episode, then I can do that as well. Just make sure to let me know in the comments below. So as you can see, I believe we went 3-0 up, or maybe 2-1 and then 2-0, and then he made it 2-1, and then we made it 3-1. But as you can see, we managed to seal the game in the 90th minute with a penalty from Daniel Sturridge to make it, or to get the first win out of the 40 games, which is decent because you always want to win the first game so that you can try and get on a little bit of a roll, and then therefore obviously attempt to win as many as you can. Now, my aim this week obviously was to get the 20 wins, and then once I got that, I wanted to win another 6 and get to Gold 1, because I finished there every single week before this, and I thought, well, I may as well make it consistent. Obviously, the aim as well would have been Elite 3 to be able to get the little Team of the Week 3-player pack. But yeah, it's going to be really difficult to get basic 75% of the wins, but we'll have to wait and see what happens. Anyway, in this game, I believe we went 1-0 down, and then Sturridge equalised, and then look at that pass from Raheem Sterling. Absolutely outrageous. Finds Sturridge, who tramps it, or squares it across, should I say, to Martial, who makes it 2-1. And I believe we win the ball back here with Henderson. Some nice pressure from him. Kante picks it up, plays it off to Sterling, who plays an over-the-top through ball to Sturridge. And look at the strength here from Sturridge to hold off on Zonzi. Well, I thought he'd scored, but the keeper saved it, and Sterling did put it into the back of the net to make it 3-1. And then we did seal the game here. Emre Can with a bit of luck to stealing it from the defender, and then somehow puts it past Begovic to make it 4-1 in the 80th minute. So a good start. Again, 2 wins out of 2 so far, and as you can see, we now are in Bronze 2, which is awesome, because the further we can get, the closer we are to finishing Elite 3. In the months. So the third game, Isco, one to watch Morata, Douglas Costa, Callahan, very good team, and we start off well. Sterling finds a lovely pass in between his 2 defenders to Sturridge, who finishes it to make it 1-0. Now Sturridge has performed very well so far in these first 3 games. And to be honest, I have used him a lot this year, but I don't use him too much. Because I actually use Ibra up front in my main team, but obviously because of the restrictions this week with only 5 nations, I had to use him instead of Ibra. But he equalised, and the defending was very suspect, and for some reason I decided to change to defensive at the point that he was 2-on-1. Why I did that, I don't know, but either way, he made it 1-1. But we managed to get 2 goals and seal the game to make it 3-1. And I think they're both from Martial, I'm not too sure. But again, the front 3, it's not like high rated, it's not too expensive. Maybe to some people it is, but to me, I don't think it's too expensive. But they are very overpowered for their ratings. And as you can see, they're the 3 games, and this is where I think you guys may be a little bit annoyed. As you can see, the first 10 games played, we did win all 10. And because I haven't recorded the other 7, you guys don't get to see the progress of what happened in those 10 games. But I believe this is the last 3 of the 10. If you get what I mean. So it's game 8, 9, and 10 of the second 10 games, basically. Lots of 10s in there. But as you can see, we went 1-0 down, and this game, I absolutely dominated the guy. He sat in Park the Bus the whole game, managed to get just 1 corner, and I think you'll see the stats at the end of the game anyway. But he managed to get one corner, got a goal with Zuma, but Zuma does end up giving a penalty away. I brought Ibra on mainly for the reason that if someone's parking the bus, he's a lot better at breaking an opponent down because of his strength and the fact he's got 4-star skills compared to Sturridge, because there's no point having Sturridge's pace because you can't get in behind park the bus. So the only way to get through it is to be able to bully your way through, which is what Mane has done there to make it, and he squares it across to Bailey to make it 2-1. But yeah, Ibra's fantastic for that, and as you can see, we did get the goal in the 118th minute, I believe, and we make it 2-1. And I believe you can see from the stats here, actually no, to be fair, he had 8 shots, 5 on target. It must be a different game that I'm thinking of, but nevertheless, we did manage to win that game, and as you can see, that does put us on 13 wins. So, from that, you can tell that because this is games 8, 9, and 10, I had a torrid time. And I've got my form here from the week, and basically I won the first 11 games, and then I lost 4, won 1, lost 1, won 1, lost 1, lost another. And it was just awful. I had an absolutely awful time. I went from, in my first 11 games, being 11-0, to my second 11 being 4 wins for 7 losses. I don't understand. It happens every single week. Not as bad as that. And I think that's probably going to cost me Elite 3 in the end, because it's going to be very difficult to try and get another 17 wins without losing 3 games. It's going to be quite difficult. And as you can see, again, we lose another game to Benteke, and a couple of those goals from Benteke were just ridiculous, and as you can see, we are still on 13 wins. Now, skipping forward, we have managed to get to Gold 3. This is, again, keep this team in your guys' mind, because you will be seeing this team again, I think it's either at the end of this episode or it's the start of next episode. I play this guy twice. I play this guy twice over the FUT Champions weekend. As you can see, currently we are 1-0 down, and awful defending from me. How I didn't read that he was going to do a skill move there, I don't know. But yeah, we go 2-0 down, and then quickly after, Martial manages to pull us back into the game to make it 2-1. And this game is an example of why you don't leave at 2-0. So many people, maybe not necessarily this week, but the last few weeks, so many people leave when I'm 2-0 up, and I don't understand why, because just because I'm 2-0 up doesn't mean that you're going to lose. And as you can see from this is a great example. We make it 2-2 just before half-time, and then after half-time, 2 Berber spins combined from Martial makes it 3-2 in the 71st minute. And as you can see, that is actually how the game ends. So we managed to come back from behind to win the game. A very, very even game. I think it was exactly the same shots off and on target, plus the possession was the same. And yeah, it was just a decent comeback, and exactly what we needed, and exactly why you don't leave when you are 2-0 down. If you go 3-0 down, however, that changes things a lot, because I think it's a lot harder to get back in the game at 3-0 than it is on 2-0 on this FIFA. But yeah, anyway, this game was the most infuriating game ever. He sat on Park the Bus the whole game. And to be fair, he was a very, very good player. But as you can see, I went 1-0 up in extra time, and then suddenly the floodgates opened. Remy just destroyed me. He made it 1-0, and then quickly after made it 2-1 to him, and then just into the second half of extra time, he gets through again with Remy, and makes it 3-1. And again, another loss that could have been avoided, and it could argue that if I hadn't scored that first goal, we probably would have gone to penalties. But as you can see, he definitely deserved the win. He had double the shots on me, had more possession. But again, he just parked the bus and passed it around the back, so it was very difficult for me to get the ball. And yeah, it was very tricky to do anything, basically. But we go into our next game, and we do come up against Scare Mertesacker, who I came up against 3 or 4 times over the weekend, and he's just ridiculous. If that was his card for the rest of FIFA, and people could use the upgraded Mertesacker for the rest of FIFA, it'd just be cheating. He's so good. But as you can see, we go 1-0 up, and then Sterling makes it 2. I really like that goal, because Sterling from inside his own half started the move with the ball out to Henderson, and then eventually got it back. And made it 2-0. And then the guy, a few minutes later after the goal, did decide to rage quit. And that was, in fact, I can't remember where we were. Here we go. We move up to 20 wins, which means that we are in fact, as you can see here, in Elite 3 for the month. I'm absolutely over the moon with that, and there have been leaked pictures and etc. where people have gone through the code of the game and found what the monthly rewards are. And apparently, for finishing in Elite, we do get a 12, like an Ultimate Team of the Week pack, like you get for finishing in the top 100. But we'll have to wait and see for that, as well as a kit, I believe, as well. But yeah, thank you guys for watching the episode. If you have enjoyed, make sure to hit the like button. I'll hopefully be able to get the next episode out for you guys in the next few days. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you all next time.